Alright, so we get another round of Phase 2 of the Avengers world, and apparently with Phase 2, the movies just get funnier. I think that's what they're going for, not anything else. They're just like, hey, Phase 2, let's make the movies funnier. What's happening, film friends? David the Film Junkie here, bringing you a film review of Thor: The Dark World. Yes, the sequel to, well, Thor and, well, the Avengers. And of course, Thor stars Chris Hemsworth, Tom Hiddleston, Natalie Portman, Kat Dennings, something Skarsgård, Stellan Skarsgård. It's directed by Alan Taylor, who, well, he's pretty popular because he directs a lot of the Game of Thrones, which is like, okay, perfect choice to direct Thor 2. And this is part of the Phase 2 movies of the Avengers. We already had Iron Man 3, which is right after, the Avengers took place. Now we see what Thor's doing. And basically what's been happening is he's been gone from Natalie Portman's life for about 2 years. He's been trying to get everything, he's trying to clean up basically Loki's wrongdoings, getting everybody okay again, fighting wars, fighting battles, getting all the realms back to where they should be. But it also opens up to give us a little idea what's going on here, because I guess before the universe had light, there was darkness, and then there was these dark elves, I think they were called. I suck. They were elves, and I think they were dark elves because they like darkness, and basically they wanted to get this ether that has the ability to turn everything, suck up all the light and just turn the whole universe into darkness again. So they're coming around, and then they invade Asgard, and of course Thor is like, let's do this, bitches. And of course, this being the sequel, everybody's gonna ask like, oh, is it gonna be better than the first one? Usually sequels aren't. I could say that the sequel was better than the first one. I think everybody's problem with the first one was the fact that Thor wasn't exactly Thor through most of the movie, because he got banished by his dad. He got his powers taken away, sent to Earth, so he was just a normal guy trying to cope with normal life, which was pretty funny, I guess, because his ways are way different from ours. But a lot of people were like, oh, we want to see him throwing that hammer and kicking some ass. Well, you get it in this movie because he doesn't lose his powers at all. I really enjoyed Thor 2, actually. It was funny. Like I said in the beginning, it seems like these Phase 2 movies are just, they upped the comedy level, because I thought Iron Man 3 was the funniest out of all three of those, and this had a lot of humor too. And I mean, the jokes just kept coming, just random jokes like you wouldn't expect. And there's even one little joke too, because, well, first off, the performances, of course, Chris Hemsworth, I mean, when it comes to superhero casting, he is right under Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, because that's perfect casting. So is this. He kicks a lot of ass in this movie, and of course Tom Hiddleston. Everybody, of course, likes Loki more than Thor, which is, it's not a big deal. He's just a cool character, and of course we all fell in love with him in the Avengers. They utilize him here. The chemistry between them two is great. The back and forth banter that they have is great. There's actually one scene, I won't spoil it or anything, but it has to do with, like, how Morpheus, I almost said Morpheus. You know how Loki can shapeshift or, create multiple versions of himself? Well, he does this thing with Thor just to annoy him, and it's really, really funny. Probably the funniest part of the whole movie, because, yeah, I'm not even gonna say anymore. You'll know it when it happens, and it's hysterical. But you see a lot more from the characters that we saw in the first one, like Anthony Hopkins. You see him kick a little more ass. Renee Russo, his mom, you see her kick a lot more ass, and especially Idris Elba, the Guardian guy. Yeah, he kicks a lot of ass in this. This is what's cool. And what I really like about this movie too, I just like how you really get a lot of the world, the Asgard world, and you see their technology, even though everything else looks very, Viking-like, back then, but everything is such high technology. It's crazy. I just kind of like that. I like that feel. It's like, wow, they seem so, back in this, period of time, but yet they have all this crazy technology like ships and lasers. That's what was kind of cool too. It was like hand-to-hand combat with swords and hammers and shields, and all of a sudden you got people, take that, motherfucker. That was cool, and they were bouncing between worlds too, which was it wasn't just all Earth. It was, a lot of it was Asgard, and there's other worlds that they saw too, and my God, Jamie Alexander would have been a perfect Wonder Woman. Holy shit. There was already rumors that she was meeting with Warner Brothers to play Wonder Woman in Batman vs. Superman, and damn it, she would be like the best choice, because she kicked a lot of ass in this. She has the look, and she's fucking hot. Speaking of hotness, Natalie Portman, I've had a crush on her since episode 1. Phantom Menace. Still remember seeing that. Me and my friend, my good friend of mine, we were just like, God, who is this girl? I want to marry her. She does a great job. Kat Dennings, though, yeah, and this is probably the gripe of the movie right here, because there's a lot of humor within the movie, but there's a lot of humor they were trying to utilize with Kat Dennings' character. You know, she plays a eccentric, like, I don't give a fuck, I have no filter, I just say what's on my mind and everything, and it kind of is overdone in this movie. To the point of annoyance, because, I don't know, Nick and Nora's playlist, I kind of grew a crush on Kat Dennings, but ever since then, I've like, shut up, please. Like, Two Broke Girls, I'm sorry. That show is retarded, and just the way her delivery is sometimes really sucks, and there's a lot of that in here, and it's just kind of like, oh, come on. Then you got those dark elves or whatever the heck. I mean, you had the main villain dude, I forgot what his name was, but he wasn't like a strong character, not like a Loki character. But then again, you have Loki there, and you're wondering, is he gonna fuck over Thor? What is he gonna do? Is he scheming, or is he gonna help? And so you're kind of, even though Loki is not the villain, the initial villain, you're still more concentrated on him than you're actually concentrating on the actual villain. The ending battle scene was freaking awesome. They do this thing I'm not even gonna tell you about, but the way they're battling is pretty freaking awesome, and special effects are great. Asgard looked really good. I'm sure it looked awesome in 3D. I didn't see it in 3D because I'm not a big 3D guy. So yes, guys, if you like the Avengers, you like the first Thor movie, you like all those kind of movies, you'll enjoy this. It's entertaining. Like I said, it was really funny. I thought it was better than the first one. They did a great job. Kudos to the director. I mean, you could see that he knew how to utilize his camera angles for such big, huge, like, well, they weren't set pieces. I'm sure some of them were, but special effects and stuff. But you could tell, okay, Game of Thrones, yeah, perfect choice to direct this movie. Well, all right, guys, if you saw Thor, let me know what you thought about it down below in the balls area. Let's talk about it, you know, see what you feel about it. Also, hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And also, hit my website, filmjunkie.com, for constant movie news. I try to keep up. Also, please vote for Casual Batman's question for the Ask a Man of Steel event that's happening tomorrow at 9 a.m., guys. 9 a.m. I'm going to wake up at like 8 o'clock to get ready because I'm excited for this. Because Kevin Smith is hosting an event on Yahoo where he's going to talk to Zack Snyder, Henry Cavill, and Amy Adams. And this is because the Man of Steel is coming out on Blu-ray on Tuesday. So there's going to be strictly Man of Steel question and answers from the fans. And I actually submitted a video, Casual Batman video, to ask a question, of course, about Batman vs. Superman. And apparently, according to Kevin Smith, some artwork is going to be shown from the movie. So I'm really excited about it. Really anticipating this movie. You will be excited too. Well, alright guys, I'm David, the Film Junkie, and this has been a film review of Thor, The Dark World. Natalie Portman, I still love you. I mean, it's been, what? When did episode 1 come out? Like 97, 98? Something like that? You still hold a place in my heart.